The Maine Opioid Settlement Support Center, or MOSS, gave its first annual report on opioid settlement funding to lawmakers in Augusta today. 39 subdivisions in Maine have received opioid settlement funding of nearly $25 million from 2022 to 2025. It comes after a multi-state lawsuit requiring pharmaceutical companies to pay communities until 2038. Last year, the legislature passed a law requiring the subdivisions to report to the Attorney General's office how they have been spending that money. Today, MOSS shared the results with state lawmakers. They say the subdivisions have spent over $3 million on harm reduction, treatment, recovery, and prevention. They also report 70% of the subdivisions are engaging with community members and reflect how they spend.
It's really important that from the Moss Center's perspective, but I think a lot of people working in this space, that the spending is guided from the community up and not a top-down approach. So you can see that subdivisions have actively engaged in public comment, key partner discussions, and individualized discussions with groups with lived experiences.
The Health and Human Services Committee also received a report on overdose data from 2025. There were 390 fatal overdoses in Maine last year, down from 490 in 2024. They say it's the third year in a row there's been at least a 20% reduction.